There are some truths that needs to be said about friendship, and we're going to talk about it today. Hi, in case you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Tosi. On here, I do videos on self improvement, self development, and everything nice. And in case you've been here before, you already know you are welcome back, Mariji. I'm so happy to have you here today once again. So, guys, today we're going to be talking on unpopular truths about friendship. Without further ado, let's get into the video. I try as much as possible not to talk about friendship here and there, but sometimes I just like, you know what, I'm just gonna talk about it, right? I saw a video actually where a lady said something about unpopular truth about friendship that people don't talk about, and I was like, I can relate. Like, why don't people talk much about this? Why don't people talk, about these things about friendship? Now, I am going to be saying some things that actually true. It might not be true to you. It's just my opinion, and yeah, some things that I figure that are truth. And knowing these things will really help you to know how to navigate your friendship more, and help you to understand what it's really means to have a friend. So yeah, the first one is there are different stages in friendship. I think I've mentioned this before. I don't know if I have a video where I talked about it in my friend about this particular one in my friendship video. If I say I'm gonna link it, I'm lying, but I'll try as much as possible to see if I have a video where I talk about that, and I'm gonna link it. Amen. So there is different stages in friendship. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. There's always different stages in friendship. Now, what this simply means is that they get to a it gets to a point, right, in friendship where you and your friend won't be on the same stage in life. Now, some people get it good, right? They finish secondary school, go to university together. In fact, go to the same school, serve in the same state, get married at almost at the same time, have their kids almost at the same time, right? But there are actually some friendship where you went to secondary school together. Your friend gets an admission first, you get admission first. Either ways, you're just not on the same level. Maybe you even went to different schools, right? You went to different universities. Now that is a different stage of life. If you have an admission, your friend doesn't, right? Now you can relate, right? There's a limit to what can be said to that friend, because you don't want to hurt her feelings in sense of she's still waiting to get into school. And there's a limit that you can ask that friend, because you can understand when she says that, oh, if I don't get that assignment done, if I don't dress properly to that class, that lecturer is not going to give me my 10 marks or whatever it might be, right? And knowing and understand this help you to navigate your friendship easily. Now, I use the school thing because that's very practical, that's very very simple and very normal. I feel like everybody goes through that stage, right? That's why I use that example. So let's bring it higher a bit. Let's talk about your friend is married, you're not, or you are married, your friend is not. Now, the reason why some female friendship actually break up their friendship with their single friends is because most of the time they feel like their friends can relate to whatever it is that they will have to talk about, they will have to gist about. I said it, I think, in these words in one of my videos. I think I can now remember where I said that it's okay if your married friend, or yeah, doesn't have anything to say to you, right? She's in a very different stage of her life, he is in a very different stage of her life. So all the things that I'm going to be is that all the things I'm going to be saying here is either for female or for male, right, friendship. And I just feel like the guys have it easier. The girls, we the ladies, kind of think about this friendship thing so much, and we kind of get it wrong sometimes, right? Now there are friends where they feel like when they're married they want to cut off all their single friends. Shame on them, right? But they're actually friendship that they really cherish that friendship, but they feel like they're on a different level. They don't know how to communicate with you, right? You know, you have a friend that does a 9 to 5 and you are doing business, and they don't know how to really communicate. Now, there is a way that people can actually communicate in that business and work area. I feel like that one is very simple, but I think where a lot of us as female get it wrong is the part where my friend is married now, she don't dey do shakara. No. Most of them don't know how to come to tell you certain things because they don't really want you to feel some certain type of way. And that's the truth, right? And for the older person that, let's just say you that you're not married, you don't know what to even talk to her about. Because when she talks about family, cooking and all that, somehow you really can't totally relate, and it is not a bad thing, right? I've come to understand when people say, oh, I'm going to do this for my husband, I'm going to do this, you can't relate. Now some people like to pepper, they like to, oh, you can't even relate. Pay attention to all people like that. But there are certain people that know that, I don't even know what to gist to her about, when I have like marital issues. Yes, some people come and tell you about their marital issue because they feel like you have sense and you can tell them something good. But some also feel like they can't tell you certain things because they feel like, I don't want her to be feeling bad that she doesn't have, her own husband yet, or she doesn't have her own family yet. So you need to understand that there are different stages of in friendship, and this particular stage or this particular thing is the reason why some people cut themselves off. And something that is funny about friendship is you and this friend are not on the same level or the same stage at this time. Doesn't mean that you guys will not be on the same stage when the time comes. It doesn't mean that you won't get married. It doesn't mean that your friend won't get married. It doesn't mean that, the point is you are now both married. Now there are some things that you guys can now sit down and talk about together. You can fully relate to. I will tell you this. Some of your married friends really want all our friends to be married so that she can relate with them on a very plain level. Yeah. I will tell you that for free. Some of them really want you to be married so that they can easily relate with you. They can easily talk about certain things openly with you without them feeling like maybe they are trying to spite you or trying to make you start to think about, oh, when will I get married to, and all those things, or start to feel like the only thing they talk about is my husband, my children, but that is the only thing that is like literally happening to them in their lives, right? So you have to understand what stages in friendship is and what it means, right? The fact that you are in different stage with your friend, she's in school, you're not in school, she's married, you're not married, she's a mother, you're not a mother, she has a 95, you don't have a 95, really doesn't mean that the friendship needs to end. You can actually leave like a space and then later come back together. I spent too much time explaining that, but I just feel that a lot of us don't know that different stages in friendship, and knowing how to navigate it is a gift, and it takes a lot of patience. So the next one is money changes friendship. See, either you like it or not, money is important in friendship, relationship, family, in a lot of things. It's just what it is. It's just what the world is, right? Now, if you have a friend that is broke, or you are broke, or the friend is rich, right? There's a limit to the places that you guys can go to. You have a billionaire friend and you are just trying to hustle, and your friend is like, oh, I want to go to the Maldives next week. You can't go, Jonathan, because you don't have the money to. Or maybe because you have to budget and plan for it, right? And you see your friends going to have fun without you, or you see your friend going to have fun without you. Now, you need to understand that money is important, and you need to understand that there are certain friends that can come up and say, okay, you know what, I'm going to pay for tickets of two, not to spite you. They just want you to go with them. They want the friendship, to click. It takes a lot. It takes, how will I put it? It's very rare, very rare. Trust me, it's very rare to genuinely meet a friend who will say, you know what, I'm giving you this 5 million naira. I'm borrowing you 2 million naira out of it, right? Keep the rest 3 million. I want you to start a business. It takes a lot. For you to get a friend like that, please, if you have a friend like that, hold that friend really tight, right? It takes a lot for a friend that seems to have money than you, or you have money than your friend. Do an act of kindness, set you up, set a business for you, everything, right? It takes a lot to get people that can actually do that. People that believe that there's a saying in Yoruba that ojuti oremi, ojuti me, something like that. And if my friend is embarrassed, then I'm also embarrassed, right? So it takes a lot of courage, a lot of love for someone to be able to say, I have this 2K, right, that I don't think I need for the next 5 years. I want you to start a business, because they want you to be on the same level with them, right? And it's very important for us to know this truth. Money does a lot. It's as simple as you have a friend, or you have friend groups, and they are planning on, oh, let's go eat somewhere, and you don't have the money to eat somewhere, right? You miss out. That is a little bit of detachment from the friendship, a bit, right? The next time they will not seem to want to call you, because they will feel like, she does not have money. Now some does it to despite you, or make you feel some type of way, but some are just truly honest, right? You can't see. Let me tell you something: if you lie to anybody, don't lie to yourself. Sit down and say, okay, yes, I'm broke, I can't afford this. My friends are having Birkin bars. I don't even need to be going far. All my friends are using iPhone, and you know, I'm using Android, right? It is what it is. I don't have money for Android. I don't have money for iPhone. You have to be very, very, if you lie to anybody, try as much as possible not to be lying to yourself. It is very, very important. So money changes friendship. If you see people that they really don't care, they just want the partying and all that, it's actually going to change the friendship, because they feel like you are broke, you don't have money, and that's just the truth. The next one is people outgrow each other. You outgrow people, people outgrow you. You might not be on the same level with them, and they might not be on the same level with you. And it is okay. Now, outgrowing people comes with a lot of guilt. You can feel like, oh, me and this person were not on the same level again. She doesn't think the way I think. Her thinking is going one side. My own is how I can move forward with my life, right? Some people have rapid growth, they have fast growth, they get to get knowledge fast, right? They have great exposure, right, to certain things that make them, feel good. What me I will learn now, most of my friends might have learned it 3 years ago, right? And I am just learning it. And it is okay. It's just for you to remember that everybody is on their own part. They are learning things, having things early. Really doesn't mean that you won't have it early, right? So it's always very important, especially in sense of mentally, right? I could be thinking of the little things, and I have a friend who's thinking about money. I could be thinking about how I want to be better with myself. And I have a friend who is still like in 2 years ago, like, can you move on? I can have a friend who is still stuck, or who she used to be 3 years ago. I can have a friend who is still trying to figure out her life. Do you understand what she's supposed to do? Why me? I'm already far away. I can have a friend who already knows what she wants to do with her life. Why me? I'm still trying to figure out my life, right? It's very important to understand that people outgrow people, even not just friendship, in anything, right? Even in relationship. You can agree your husband, you can agree your wife. It happens a lot. They don't talk about it, but that's just the truth, right? Is what is important is how you guys grow together. But we're not talking about relationship or marriage here. We're talking about friendship, right? So it's always very important to what is important is how you guys grow, together, right? Sometimes we are so quick and so uneasy to like, what's she thinking about this? She should move on. Me, I've moved on. I'm a better person. And your friend is still like 5 years ago, 2 years ago. She's not trying as much as possible to move herself up. It's okay. Give them grace. They will catch up. That's they will catch up with time, right? So this is another truth that people need to understand. You outgrow people, and people outgrow you, and it is life. You move on, right? It's okay. Don't Yes, the guilt comes sometimes, but just move on. You give them grace. If it's something that you can still sit along and they catch up, fine. But don't say because you have outgrown someone you have to come back to who you were when where come back to who you were, where they are. No, you don't have to. Keep moving. When the time comes, the time that you had to think about yourself and like, I want to grow myself and all that, they will have that. They're just having it later, all right, than you, and they will catch up. So it's okay for you to outgrow people. It's okay for you to for people to outgrow you. It is totally fine. It's not a bad thing. It happens a lot in friendship, and this is the point where some people actually cut some people off, right? And some people, how will I put it? Life just cut some people out of you. And that's where they come to talk about, oh, people come into your life for a season and for a time, which is okay. Letting go is hard. I'm not going to lie to you. Letting go is hard, but it's very important to understand that, am I really outgrowing this person, or life is just taking this person away from me? Very key. Ask yourself that. Next truth is, some people have you in their life to as a yardstick to how good they are doing in life. Now, this come from aka C finish. Now, if you have someone that you grew up with, right, and maybe for some reasons, you are not from a well-to-do family, but that person is from a well-to-do family. Let's not even go far. They are not rich, but they are comfortable, right? And you are not just like from a well-to-do family and all that. Now, that person at the back of their mind, they've always had it in their mind that they are better than you. Now, that's the truth. Some people in your life actually feel like they are better than you. The hard time the earlier you know that, the better for you. There are actually people that feel like they are better than you. I first heard this from my mom when my mom told me this. I was like, oh, really? Yeah, really. Some people actually think that they are better than you in everything. They feel like, oh, my family is this, oh, I now live here, oh, I have money and all that and all that and all that shenanigans. I went to a better school, whatever it is that they have in their mind, right? Than you. So you are the yardstick for them to know that they are doing good in their life. Which, if you are that type of person, is a very bad thing, right? It's a very bad thing to use people as a yardstick to how good your life is going. Now, these people are people that when you now try to, like, you are beginning to money, I will always use money as an example. You are beginning to make it in life, you're beginning to have small change, you're beginning to afford certain things, they start to feel like, no, this person is broke now. Why is this person not affording this? I need to do more. That's a very when you hear it is not me, it's you. It's not you, it's me. Yeah, that's what it is. That's their own personal problem. But you need to pay attention to the type of friends that you have. Some, that's why they have you in their life. They just feel like you're a yardstick. I want to keep this person is going to be like a meter for me to know that I'm doing good or I'm not doing good, right? When you are on a level, they've just put you in this box that you can never make it. And that's true. They just really put you in this box that, they have you in a certain box that they feel like you can't expand, you can't move out of that box, you can't move out of that comfort zone. So they feel like, oh, I'm doing good. She's down there, I'm here. He's down there, I'm here. So I'm doing better, I'm doing good in life. As long as I'm doing better than this, my friend, oh, I'm doing so good. That's a problem. That's a really problem. And when you have a friend like that, that friend will not want you to do certain things in life, will not want to see you do good. They will not want to see you prosper. They will, even when they have an idea or when there is a way in their hand for you to move forward, they won't give you their audience. They won't give you that, what's it called now? They won't give you that opportunity. So it's always very, very important to pay attention to people like this. You will know. I don't need to tell you. I don't know how. I'm just looking at this, and this is getting like 8 minutes, 18 minutes. So anywho, I don't know the signs. I don't know how to tell you, but it's just something that I've noticed about friendship. Yeah. But the least thing is, some people really don't like you. They just like the idea of having you as a friend. Yeah, that's a truth that you need to know. And it happens also in relationships. Some people don't really like you that much. They just like the idea of being with you. So some people don't like you as a friend. They don't like you. Now, they don't like your person. They don't like how good you are. They don't like how you look. They don't like how you are fine. They don't like how certain things they just really don't like certain things about you. They just want you to be, you're my friend, I'm your friend, yeah, but deep down some of them don't really like you that much, and it's just the truth. It's a hard truth, but it's just the truth that people don't talk about. Some people really don't like you. They just feel like, oh, this person is my friend. I'm sorry, something's itching me in my eyes. This person, my friend, yeah, but they don't like you. They actually don't like you as a person. They just like the idea that you are their friend. That's all. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Please hit the subscribe button. Share this video to your friends, maybe, or anybody that you feel might need it, and give me a comment in my comment section. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye y'all.